Mbulubenaka and good afternoon, members of the media. Thank you for taking the time to attend this important news conference to provide you an update about government's response to the ongoing adverse weather conditions that we are currently facing. Government through the National Disaster Management Office, NDMO, have been continuously working with our colleagues at the Fiji Meteorological Services to monitor an active trough of low pressure that currently lies over the group. As you all know, earlier this week, the Fiji Met Office issued heavy rain and flash flood warnings for parts of the country. Today, I can confirm that only the Northern Division had been affected by this adverse weather condition. The National Emergency Operations Center was activated on skeletal operations earlier yesterday to work with the divisional, provincial and district EOCs in monitoring flash flooding in the Northern Division. Upon its activation, the NDMO received reports of flooding in low-lying and flood-prone areas across parts of the Northern Division. This resulted in an opening of 10 evacuation centers to accommodate 350 people from 116 households who had been affected by the floods. I'd like to take this time to thank these members of the public who adhered to warnings issued by authorities and quickly moved into the designated evacuation centers for their safety. This afternoon, I can confirm that all 10 evacuation centers have closed. However, I'm saddened to announce that we have recorded our first fatality for the ongoing adverse weather in the Northern Division. A 30-year-old male farmer of Nyala settlement in Tavioni was reportedly swept away while trying to cross a flooded river. I offer our most sincere condolences to his grieving family following this very unfortunate tragedy. In a separate incident, the NDMO also received reports of a rescue mission last night where a vehicle attempting to cross a flooded road was swept away by strong currents. Fortunately, the victims were assisted by a young lady who was on site. Again, we commend the sheer bravery of this young lady who risked her life to save the driver and passengers in the vehicle. Such incidents could easily be avoided if people simply take heed of warnings issued by authorities. The Fiji NDMO and other key stakeholders have been strongly pleading with the general public to stay away and refrain from attempting to cross flooded rivers, streams, roads, walkways, and drains. We cannot do this alone. We need your assistance. Please help us save lives. We must remember we are not out of the woods yet. We are still at the peak of the cyclone season. We continue to urge the general public to adhere to advisories issued by authorities, stay updated with the latest weather information, take heed and prepare accordingly. I wish to thank our hardworking first responders who are on the ground since warnings were issued, Fiji Met team for the advanced warning to general public, Ministry of Health, Fiji Police Force, National Fire Authority, the Red Cross, FCOS, and other faith-based organizations, and our DISMAC team. We are now ready for questions, if you have any, including the Director NDMO, should you have any other more technical questions for her. Now, Valeu.
So, Rakesh from Fiji Times. Would you be able to reveal the amount of damage which has been done yesterday?
At the moment, we have assessment teams that have been sent out, and we will be able to provide you the information when those assessments come in. Okay.
So, analyzing the situation in the north, school is scheduled to resume next week. What's the ministry's stance in terms of getting our children ready, and if it's going to continue as planned?
I think at the moment the schools are being cleaned up and they're being sanitized and by the Ministry of Health. So we don't see any further disturbances to the school program as was planned. But if there are, we'll be informing the public and the schools that are concerned.
So if there is a major disaster such as a cyclone, does the ministry have enough funds to provide assistance to the people immediately?
We have provided whatever is available at the moment, and we have our partners who are on the standby to help us if assistance is needed. But at the moment, we've got our people on the ground, and we have some pre-positioned supplies in all the divisions. So we are ready to cater for a portion of what's needed. But if more is needed, we also have funds available from the government. I've received confirmation from the Honorable Minister for Finance that he stands ready to assist if we need the assistance. And if there's more that's needed, we've got the confirmation from our donor partners who have generously given us their support, that they stand by ready to assist if the need arises. Naka.
Mr. Ditoka said, just a clarification, for the 10 evacuation centers, are those all village halls or it also includes some schools?
I think there were some schools, The schools. Well, most of them were schools.